Hello and welcome to the Perimenopause Reset, the podcast where we bring science, strategy, and soul together to help women thrive through midlife. I'm Miriam Faggett, a functional nutritionist and women's health strategist with over 20 years of experience helping women balance their gut, hormones, and energy without fads, extremes, or guesswork. This show is your trusted space to understand what's really happening in your body during perimenopause and to learn practical, evidence-based ways to feel strong, clear, and steady again. So let's get into today's episode. If you've ever opened your eyes in the morning already feeling tired, crashed hard around 3 p.m. despite doing everything right, and then found yourself wide awake at 2 a.m., staring at the ceiling, well, I want you to know that you're not losing it, okay? You're not weak. You're not broken, okay? I know you've heard that term quite a bit, right? You're not broken. Your hormone rhythm has shifted and no one taught you how to work with it. Today, we're unpacking the hidden hormone rhythm behind midlife fatigue. We'll break down how cortisol curves and thyroid shifts can change during perimenopause, why this leads to that wired but tired feeling, and how to strategically reset your energy without detoxes, extremes, or gimmicks. This is for the woman who's tried to push through, who has Googled endlessly, who's been told your labs are normal, but still doesn't feel like herself. So let's dive in. All right. So midlife fatigue, y'all, is not just about sleeping more or needing better coffee. Okay. It's often rooted in a disrupted hormone rhythm, specifically how your cortisol, your stress and alertness hormone, and your thyroid, your cellular energy thermostat, communicate over 24 hours. During perimenopause, these systems start dancing to a slightly different beat, okay? And the result is, y'all, the morning grogginess, even after enough sleep, the energy crashes in the afternoon, the wired but tired nights, and the brain fog, and that creeping up belly fat, right? So this isn't moral failure, okay? It's physiology adapting. So, in fact, y'all, studies suggest that more than 60% of midlife women experience some degree of cortisol flattening, okay? And most don't even know it is happening. Y'all, cortisol follows what's called a diurnal curve, okay? Under healthy conditions, it peaks 30 to 45 minutes after waking. That's your cortisol awakening response, and then gradually tapers throughout the day, reaching its lowest point at night so you can sleep. Well, in midlife, several factors flatten or scramble this curve. Chronic stress and sleep disruptions blunt that morning peak. Estrogen dips remove some of the HPA axis buffering. Caffeine before hydration? Skip breakfast or late day stimulants push cortisol at the wrong times. And what happens, y'all? Dragging in the morning, random midday spikes, and wired nights. Think of cortisol like your daily energy DJ, okay? Now, when the rhythm is smooth, your day flows. But when the soundboard gets unplugged at the wrong time, which happens often in midlife, by the way, everything sounds off. So that is your cortisol rhythm. Now let's look at its partner in crime, okay? The thyroid. Listen, your thyroid controls cellular energy production. Now here's what changes in midlife. Your thyroid mostly produces T4, okay? Which must be converted to T3, the active hormone. Chronic stress and elevated cortisol slow this conversion and increase reverse T3, which blocks receptors and dampens metabolism. Estrogen fluctuations affect thyroid binding proteins, changing how much hormone your tissues can actually use. Now, this is why you can have normal labs and still feel tired, cold, foggy, or stuck with belly fat. Your hormone rhythm is off, even if the numbers look fine. Cortisol dysregulation and thyroid conversion issues often travel together. Now, I'll never forget a client. She happened to be a VP who described her energy like a phone battery that died at 2 p.m. every day, no matter how much she charged it overnight, right? Now, once we addressed her cortisol rhythm and supported thyroid conversion, her afternoons felt entirely different within weeks. So we've covered cortisol, y'all, and thyroid. Now let's get practical, okay? You don't need a detox or a complicated protocol. You need strategic physiological safety signals that tell your body it's okay to use energy again. Now, I organize these into 3 core pillars. Core pillar number 1, stabilize the cortisol curve. What does that look like? Consistent wake-sleep times. This helps anchor your circadian rhythm. Water before caffeine. This will support the natural cortisol awakening response without artificial spikes. And morning light exposure. Even 5 to 10 minutes outside, y'all, will help reset your HPA axis. Now, if you do nothing else, I want you to start here. Water before caffeine and morning light. This can change your entire energy curve within days, okay? Now, core pillar number 2, support thyroid conversion. What does this look like? Protein-rich breakfast. You want to shoot for 20 to 30 grams, okay? This is going to help stabilize cortisol and also signal fuel. Fuel is available. Also, magnesium and selenium-rich foods like leafy greens and pumpkin seeds and Brazil nuts, these help support T4 to T3 conversion. And of course, micro rests, okay? RESTS. 3 to 5 minutes, y'all. 3 to 5 minutes of micro rest throughout the day helps lower cortisol and improve thyroid signaling. Now, my core pillar number 3, match movement to energy rhythm. Light morning movement aligns with your natural cortisol peak. Strength training? Yes, strength training. At least 2 to 3 times a week is all you need. It's going to help boost metabolic signaling and thyroid sensitivity. And you want to incorporate gentle evenings, stretching, walking, calming tea will help prevent late night cortisol surges. Now, these aren't overhauls, right? They're strategic nudges that realign your hormone rhythm. And when the rhythm resets, energy follows. Okay, so let's wrap this up, y'all. Midlife fatigue is not about willpower. It's about rhythm. Rhythm. When cortisol and thyroid signals fall out of sync, your body shifts into energy conservation mode. But with the right daily cues, you can bring that rhythm back online. I want you to imagine waking up clear, feeling steady through the afternoon, and actually wanting to move after you get off from work. That's what happens when you work with your hormone rhythm, not against it. Now, if you're wondering which part of your 24-hour rhythm is most out of sync, is it morning? Is it afternoon? Is it at night? I want to invite you to take my free gut hormone pattern quiz. About 2 minutes. That's all it takes. Okay. You'll get your dominant pattern and a personalized, based on your results, 3-day reset plan along with a 3-minute morning reset audio to help you start restoring your energy. Now, I want you to make sure to follow the Perimenopause Reset wherever you listen to podcasts so you don't miss next week's episode. I'm going to be diving into the insulin cortisol dance. Yes, the insulin cortisol dance in midlife and why cutting carbs is not the magic fix that you have been told. Listen, if you love this episode, share it. Don't be stingy. Share it with another woman who needs real answers and not fluff. We're tired of the fluff, right? I'm Miriam Faggett. Thank you for listening, and I will see you in the next episode. Thank you for tuning in to the Perimenopause Reset. If today's episode spoke to you, make sure to follow the show so you don't miss a single conversation about thriving through midlife with more energy, clarity, and ease. Want to find out which part of your 24-hour rhythm is most out of sync? Take my free gut hormone pattern quiz and a personalized 3-day reset plan to start realigning your energy today. And if you love this episode, share it with another woman who needs real answers, not fluff. I'm Miriam Faggett. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next episode.